Good morning and welcome back. Time to start making or laying out our field again down there, and then we might try and make a field up in that top area as well. Just wondering, do we sell those two fields and buy that field down the bottom, or do we got this field up here, there's a bit of land here. That'd be all of ours to use. 68 grand, I mean, we could buy it now and always flip it later, like sell it back on if we wanted to move down here. 187, so we're still 87,000 short. Expensive, eh? These were 30 and 30. What do? Do we... What's in there first, though? That's the thing, because I don't want to... Looks like sorghum. I mean, we'd probably ought to pick up a contract and get some more cash in. There's some baling ones. We just done that yesterday, though. We got a few harvesting. Sorghum in field 2. That's right next to our property again. We could get a loan, you know what I mean? Baling 24 grand. Where's that? Field 33. That's going to be a big one, I'd say. Yeah, that's that one. Wah. That's a huge one. But that'll give us more cash to buy. Like, I don't really want to sell these two properties here in case we can't buy them back. And it's only going to give us 60 grand, which still... We'd need a loan for that. Maybe I might go down there in a minute. We'll have a look. See what the crop's like. How much work it's going to need. If it's been harvested or not. Because I want to make sure that we're going to be able to make money on it as soon as we can. I don't really want to buy an empty field and then... We've got no money coming in for months. That's the sort of downside to that, I guess. Doesn't really turn that well on that corner. I'm just happy it's pulling something through this ground, like it's a decent size. I thought we were going to be stuck with like a little 2-meter setup or something, but this is impressive. Probably because I've got them big fat wheels on it. I have tried this tractor before on a map trying to pull some big stuff, and the standard wheels, she just doesn't like it. So luckily this one's got the big fat wheels and it seems to, I don't know, you know, obviously it's not going to pull over its power limit, but it's definitely pulling it a lot better. No skipping, no sliding, and we're sitting at a pretty solid 10 kilometers an hour. Which is really good. This is only a baby field. What can we put in at the moment? Pretty much whatever we want, I think, because we've got seasons turned off. Just wondering about that field. I really want to go and have a look at that one and work out. That top field's only grass, so we're going to need to mow it. Windrow it, and then we're going to be, yeah, I don't think it's much bigger than the fields that we have here, that we can make here anyway. That's what I'm thinking. Sort of more inclined to save up the extra money and buy that sorghum field. That's why I want to go and have a look at it. It's a bit of a mission to get machinery there, but probably closer than driving all the way to the top of the map. Might just jump off this, we'll jump in our truck and we'll go and have a look, eh? Alright, let's scoot down and have a look. Should be able to go all the way down the bottom here and hook a left. Yep. Can we get out? Nope. Sorry, Mr. Grocery Mart. It's not that far from home, so obviously we can't afford these fields yet. Nowhere near yet. Far out, that field too comes all the way down to there, look. Feel this one here, it's huge. So what do we got here? Field 4. Sorghum. We have it's fully fertilized. It's, yeah. I reckon we try and make some money the next month or two and buy that before it's time to harvest. Because that's a ripper. For sure. Anything in the shop today that we want? Nope, nothing. It'd be nice to get a cultivator or something. There's a couple of modded ones we can always get, need be. Let's get back up and get this field sorted. Just have to grab this little bit that we missed here and we are done. Tried to put the worker on for a minute so I go out and get a drink, but it doesn't work with this one, so learn something new every day. Just thinking maybe we pop up here and give this, do we do this field here? Or the one up there? That is the question. That's the $1 million question. Pretty decent size, like. I don't know, I think we give it a go. Like, I don't know how straight I can get it with this, but I don't want to go too close to the road in case we have to try and fix it. Try and get a nice straight edge. It's going to take us a little while to get this one cut in, but I think we can make it work. We can make it work. This truck out of the way. A bit nervous about this, but we can always turn it back to grass later. And we need to start making more fields, more money. And the closer we can do it to home, the better. That didn't work, so I wasn't far over enough. It's hard to get these things perfectly straight. I struggle with it a bit sometimes, but we're just gonna push forward and see what we can do. Where do we cut it off at? Probably about there, I reckon, so in case we need to bring any machinery through. We can always go a little bit wider if we decide to. That's a pretty darn big field, well, compared to what we currently have and compared to what we can afford. See if that's about where we need to be. Spot on right there. Keep her coming, keep her coming. I don't really want to stop. Oh, I have to fix that bit. In the wrong spot or too close. It's going to be hard to get this thing lined back up again, so we'll try and do our best with that. I think it's about there. Let's see how correct or how incorrect we were. Ooh, no, went a bit wider there. Turned too much. Can't complain. If there's anyone we're having issues with, I'm not upset. I'll fix that up. I was only a little bit off. Pretty close to where we wanted to be. A little bit of wheel slippage in that loose dirt, but I've done it. So far we've only got to fix this little part here, which I'm not upset about. That is wicked. Now we have a nice big field. We can start laying. We got to dig it up first, obviously, but then we can start laying in some crops. Not complaining at all. Right, because you see that getting wheel slip there. See, as soon as it drops in that dirt, we are in trouble. We'll have to make sure we keep this wheel on the outside edge of that dirt, on the crop, on the row, whatever you want to call it. So we can expand a little bit further down. We can expand a little bit more up, but I think right now this is, you know, we dodged a bullet. We got it all nice and square. Fits in a lot nicely. It matches the ones around it, just a little bit smaller. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get this finished. Here we go. Last little bit. Getting her done. We're gonna have to get ourselves fertilizer spreader too, because we don't have one. I'm sort of lucky. I'm sort of glad I didn't get that loan for that land jet, because I think it's going to suit us better to grab a few bits of machinery that we need than it is to get land attached. Thank you. Get this big old seeder. What should we put in? I think soybeans is another good one, but I'm thinking, what can we put in here that can be made into things? Wheat seeds. Nothing really in this one. It's the other one I think that you can use to make flour and stuff. So all our silage is ready to be sold. We can make seeds with wheat. We can make pig food with sorghum. That needs a bit more than just sorghum though. We could do wheat or barley, I think, and then we can make a few seeds, so that'll save us money. Also, if you want to put a greenhouse in, which normally I've always done by now. That's a little bit weird. Let's do some wheat. Actually, I think we'll do soybeans here and then wheat down the bottom. Mix it up so the fields like it better. Right, we're laying it down. We'll get this on, and it should be, if we do have to use a worker, it's not going to be too close to hit anything. It's not going to be too close to, they'll drive off into the field in front of them, hopefully. It should be Mickey Mouse. I'll come over here and do this one near the telegraph pole. And then it's good. What happened there? Drop down fast enough. Oh, it's because it's on a weird angle, maybe. There we go, that's better. Alright, I'm going to lay this out and we'll be back with you very shortly. Oops, it's got a little bit here to do. And then we got to get ourselves a roller. That'd be right, missed that last tiny little square there. Got it. Got it. Got it. And got it. So we got some sorghum down here. Soybeans up there. At a miss spot. This thing doesn't use much seed and fertilizer at all, which is a good thing. I reckon that's all of it. Wicked. That doesn't work. Oh, maybe that's for the transporting it. You need to get the attachment so you can tow it sideways, get through smaller areas, etc. Right, so let's plonk this up here, scoot to the shop, get ourselves a roller. I don't want to go too close over there in case we need to get that out. Saves having to juggle move machinery. Alright, let's get ourselves a roller. I know there's a cheap used one. Well, it looks used, but it's used. New to us. I think they're about 4 meters wide. Still got some bits and pieces laying around up here. Thought we would have used it all during that, but we didn't, so we might bring our equipment up here and load it up shortly, but we do need to get a spreader anyway, so not a bad thing that we have that spare. Rollers. This one here. 60 horsepower, 4 meters. Actually, I should just buy the new one. Look a bit more fancy. Only $1,000 more and we can afford it. It's a shame we can't change the colour. Wheels aren't off the ground, so that's definitely a win. Thought definitely we're going to be lifting wheels on this thing, but so far so good. Now, do we turn this area here into a field? Or do we put in like a chicken coop or a silo or greenhouses or something? Got a lot of machinery laying around everywhere. We should really tidy it up, shouldn't we? Alright. Let's get this all rolled out. And then we're going to be good to go. It's a little bit there on the side, unfortunately. I thought to come back and do that part. Yeah, we're getting through it. We're rolling. Literally, rolling along. This isn't a bad one. Nice and wide. It's about the same width as our cedar. Iron fence. Once I get to learn the turn right, it might be a bit better, but catches me out every time. Pain in the booty. Do a couple of runs along the bottom, and then that way we don't have to worry about hitting the fence again. Make it nice and easy for us. Alright, I'm going to get this done so we don't bore you. And we'll pop back and see what we got next to do. Just got to finish this last little bit that we missed here. And then we are all done. That is cool as. And now we have a roller. Probably going to have to move out that header Sorry, the harvester. That's probably where we'll start stashing the roller, but for now, we will just junk it in here. Like that. We're going to have to look at getting a bigger trailer because that little one's pretty useless, in all honesty. And I think our silage is all done, so that can be sorted out tomorrow. Other than that, everything else is looking humpty-doo. We'll move this out of the way so no one steals it. Can't upset the neighbours that much. We'll get all of our gear off their property, I think. I don't think that fits in the shed because it's too tall. And I just want to double check to make sure. Where can we put this stuff? We've got stuff everywhere at the moment, and all in spots that we need to get stuff out of. We are also going to have to get ourselves a fertilizer spreader, because we'll need to do that next month. And a weeder, in case we get any weeds popping up. I think we've got the stones turned off too, so I might turn that on just to give us a bit more things to do. Plonk this here in front of the little building for now. And that is where we're going to leave it. Thank you for watching. Hope you're all safe and well. Don't forget to give us a like and a sub if you've liked what you've seen. Sorry it's a little bit jittery and getting things done, but I think next month we'll throw ourselves in a chicken coop or greenhouse, something like that. We'll see how we go. Get into selling some flowers. Have a good day, keep safe, and we'll see you on the next one.